Cisco Express Forwarding. Okay, so CEF or Cisco Express Forwarding, this is basically Cisco's proprietary protocol. Okay, or you can say proprietary, not protocol, but yeah, proprietary mechanism that is basically developed to keep up with the demands of like how the infrastructure are performing. So it has been the default switching mechanisms on most Cisco platform that actually do their packet switching using the general purpose CPU or like the routers that actually uses the switching. So it has been there since 1990s. Okay, it's not something that's very new, but yeah, it is quite optimized till now as well. So you can say it's still a default switching mechanism that is used by all the devices that are out there.
If you enjoyed the content of the video, don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe to our channel.
And then the like process or the Cisco Express forwarding thing is actually taken care by the physical element that is called as ASIC. Okay, ASIC stands for Application Specific Integrated Service. And this ASIC is basically a small chip that is installed into the router or so. And this ASIC does all the, you can say, high throughput or packet throughput things that the router needs to basically deal with. Earlier, you can say the general purpose CPUs or the CPUs on a software based and hardware based routers are similar and they perform all the like same functions there. But the difference is that on software based routers, the general purpose CPU is in charge of all the operations, like including the operations of how packets actually need to forward it. So but when you talk about like the devices that came in later to that actually supported different forwarding engines or different like hardware based routers there, then there is something called Cisco Express Forwarding. And then in order to take care of where to forward the traffic and how to forward the traffic, there is a specialized hardware then Cisco started to give, which is called as ASIC. Okay, application specific integrated chip. And this ASIC is kind of a chip that maintains TCAM tables or which is called as tertiary content addressable memory. Okay, so TCAM tables are mentioned there, and you can say the RIB and FIB information will actually be specified into these TCAM tables. So when you talk about TCAM or tertiary content addressable memory, this is specifically present onto you can say switches mostly, and like it maintains something called MAC address table. So we also call it as CAM table, right? Content addressable memory table, or you can say MAC address table as well. So TCAM is kind of an like extension to this content addressable memory or CAM architecture, but it has like the enhanced way to allow for the like upper layer or layer 2 or layer 3 processing as well, based on the destination address or based on the destination protocol, or even considering the quality of services and all. So TCAM kind of provides more flexibility in searching for the source and destination addresses than normal CAM table that used to be there into the old devices there. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of a benefit that you have there, and that's why we basically use Cisco Express Forwarding, where you can say devices that now supports Cisco Express Forwarding uses a specific hardware called ASIC in order to forward the traffic, and it is no longer a burden onto just the CPU there. Okay, that's what the thing is. So this is how you can say the forwarding architecture actually works in terms of forwarding like traffic from one way to the other way, or from one way to the other device there. So yeah, that's kind of the difference between whatever you can say forwarding architectures that you have. And I hope that that kind of makes sense to you. This is just kind of a thing that would be there, like with one of the exam questions or so, that actually what's the difference between, or how does, like, what kind of processor or element of a router handles forwarding of the packets in either the process switching, or in either like fast switching, which is Cisco Express forwarding there. So you should be able to identify both that in like process switching, it is handled by the CPU, and in fast switching or express Cisco Ceph, it is taken care by the ASIC. That's exactly what the difference is.
So,
Makes sense.
Abhijit,
Mm-hmm.
can we consider like separation of control plane and forwarding plane is called Cisco Express forwarding? No, right?
No. That's not something that you can say. The control plane has been there into process
Okay.
switching as well, right? The only element is which hardware element used to take care of managing the control plane.
So it is because of the Cisco hardware architecture is designed like way. This is centralized
Exactly. Yeah,
CPU
there was a
setting.
change that was done, okay, in 1990s, that the process of control plane or the responsibilities of control plane will no longer be handled by CPU. It will be handled by another like specialized hardware there.
Got it. So it is like Juniper architecture. They have separate ASICs for every
Yeah, yeah,
task.
yeah. You can say like that.
Distributed.
Distributed. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Okay. So,
So yeah,
so
that's
there's a specific command for to check the route, base route, right? Using Ceph command. So
specific command for what?
to check the best and backup route to reach the
Well, that would
destination.
be there into, like, depending on the protocol that you're using, you can check that.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Cool. So yeah, that was basically the thing that we had to discuss about the Cisco Express forwarding and all. And then we're good with the basics that we had to cover.